Hey, what's up, guys? Mikkel Bennett here, and I want to welcome you guys to the masterclass, class, webinar, whatever you guys want to call it. At the end of the day, when you guys leave here, you're gonna understand the 6 steps to fixing, building, and maintaining a 750 credit score or higher. Okay, so what you'll learn by the end of this webinar and some of the big takeaways are gonna be: number one, the foundations of credit. How does it work? How does it affect you? And just how does the whole credit game work, right? The second thing is how to read your credit report. What I've realized is a lot of people come to me and they're like, I got this problem. But then when we actually look at their credit report, there's tons of other problems and things that they don't even know about. So I want to help everybody understand how to read their credit report. The third thing is how to spot the negative information and the negative items that you have. Once you can spot them, you can address them. But if you don't know how to spot them, you can't address them, right? The fourth thing I want to show you guys is how to remove those negative items that may be hurting you. If you got collections, inquiries, charge-offs, bankruptcies, repossessions, all those nasty things, I want to show you how to remove them so that you can go out and get approved for what you want. The fifth thing I want to show you guys is how to begin to build good credit, because once you remove the negative items, then you have to start focusing on building positive credit history. So I want to show you guys how to do that. 6, I want to show you how to position your credit profile the right way to get approved 100% of the time. Because it's one thing to have a good credit score, but you really want to have a good credit profile so that you can get approved for, different mortgages, lending, funding. Doesn't matter, right? You want to make sure that your credit profile is positioned the proper way. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So, I'm Mikkel Bennett, and why should you listen to me? Well, I was actually able to increase my credit score over 225 points in less than 3 months using the exact formula that I'm about to give to you. And not only myself, I've been able to help over 300 families be able to use this exact formula for themselves to increase their credit score and put their family in a better position. See, the formula that I'm about to share with you is the bridge between where your credit score is right now and where you need your credit score to be to get the things that you want for you and your family. So pay close attention. So before I get into everything, you might really be wanting to know, who the hell is this dude? Like, who is this guy, right? So my name is Mikkel Bennett. I'm a 30-year-old entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur basically my entire life. If you look, the picture here is actually when I think I was like 22. It was my first real business. I dropped out of college twice, right? And then I had a son. So then I just went and got a job. I was working at Pizza Hut and Michael's to be able to provide. And I actually opened up my own business. It was an ice cream truck. And from that day on, I was head into entrepreneurship. Like, I ain't never working ever again. You know what I'm saying? So that was me. And I found some different struggles throughout my journey, because what I found out was I was in a position where, was I going to invest into my business or was I going to pay my bills, right? And I got into a bind where it was like, no, I have to pay my bills, or I have a family. So my business would always suffer because I could never scale it to the level that I wanted to, because I never had the funds, right? I never had the funds. What I realized was, a lot of people around me that were successful and they were entrepreneurs and they were moving and shaking and making things happen, none of these people were ever using their own money. See, like, these people would take hits in their business and in their life, but at the end of the day, they could always walk into the bank because they have a relationship with them and they have good credit and get whatever they want to restart their business or refund their business or whatever it is, right? So this is when I realized, like, oh my goodness, I'm killing myself because my credit is trash. I can't get approved for a house. I can't get approved for a car. I can't get no credit cards. How can I scale my business if I don't got no help, right? Everyone else around me was using credit. So I said, you know what? I'm going to figure this out. I'm never going to put my family in this situation again where it's either me or them. Like, I'm never going to do that again. So I decided to go all in on credit, learn it. And since I was able to learn it, I was able to help my fiance fix her credit, myself fix my credit, family, friends, strangers, complete strangers all across the world, well, across the country, be able to increase their credit scores and get approved for things that they want, right? And live a better quality of life. So, I couldn't even actually propose to my fiance because like I didn't know. I'm like she gonna want a house, she gonna want cars. I gotta finance the ring. They got David Bridal on TV. I mean, K Jewelers on TV. Like, how am I gonna finance all this stuff, right? How am I gonna get this ring? So, if you look on the picture right here, you see the little ring right here, right? So fast forward a few years later, fixed up my credit. I was able to go get the ring, and now we're engaged, and we're actually going to get married in I think 2-3 months, September. So I'm super excited about that. And right here is actually, this was the car that I got when I actually dropped out of college, right? My dad was like, I'm not helping you get a car until you get a job or two. So I actually got 2 jobs, right? And I went and I got this car, and I had this car, I guess, probably 8-9 years, right? And I drove this car into the ground. And it was to the point where I couldn't go get another car because my credit was trash and I was an entrepreneur. So people would have to co-sign me. Nobody would want to co-sign for me. My credit was trash. So I was actually driving this car and it was smoking. And my son was like, Daddy, is that your car? And I was like, yeah, smell like daddy car about to blow up, right? So at this time, this was another big reason why I was like, you know what? I got to fix up my credit to put my family in a better situation. So fast forward a few months later, I was able to help my family acquire both of these new vehicles right here. As you can see, my son is right there smiling. It's just something sentimental to us because, we know what we were going through, and being able to, elevate in life and be able to get things that are not just liabilities, but also assets that can make us money, and having the power of credit and being able to leverage it has literally completely changed my entire life and people around me. So I want to be able to empower you, and I'm showing you this not to show it off, but to empower you to understand credit is really power. You can get anything you want with it. And don't take it to the cemetery. You see the cemetery in the background? You can't take your credit. You can't take it with you. You need to handle it right now in the time that you have to live so that you can live a better quality of life. So let me just break this stuff down to you guys. So my mission is to help 200 more people by the end of this year get into the 700 Club. That is my absolute mission this year. So let's jump into it. Personal credit, the foundation. What is credit? Credit is the ability to borrow money or access goods or services with the understanding that you'll pay it back later. Hey, look, let me borrow this. I'll pay it back to you later. Now, to the extent that creditors consider you worthy of their trust, you are said to be credit worthy or have good credit. So basically, if you're somebody who pays things back on time, they're going to stamp you as good credit, right? Trustworthy, credit worthy. If you're somebody who doesn't pay things on time, they're going to stamp you with the bad credit label, right? And everybody's going to know that when it comes to lenders, banks, and stuff like that. So, credit is your financial power. It helps you to get the things that you need now, like a loan or a car or credit cards, based on your promise to pay later. Working to improve your credit helps to ensure that you will qualify for loans when you need them. So basically what this is saying is that you need to actually start focusing on your credit now and not when you're ready to go get something. A lot of people, they want to go get the house, right? And then they want to check their credit the week before they go start applying for houses. That's not what you want to do. You want to focus on and have an idea of what your credit is looking like before you ever go and apply for anything. So your credit can determine a lot. It can determine your lifestyle and your quality of life. It can determine where you live because certain places won't allow you to live there if your credit isn't up to par. And it might not just be the credit score. It might be the profile. What kind of items do you have on your report? It can determine what you drive, right? You might not be able to get a higher end car if your credit doesn't allow you to go get approved. It also can affect your health because, there's different credit cards out here like Care Credit and different cards that you can get, But if your credit isn't up to par, then you can't get that, right? A lot of chicks out here getting their bodies done, getting all types of stuff. You can actually do that with the CARE credit card, right? You want to get your teeth done. All these different cosmetic things that you might want for yourself or for somebody in your family. Your kids might need braces, all types of stuff. Credit is going to affect that, right? It can affect where you work. It can affect how you vacation, because a lot of these credit cards, when you start getting good credit, a lot of these credit cards have crazy bonuses and allowing people to travel for free or travel for super discounted rates or get into the best places in the hotel because they're part of their clubs, right? These different card clubs. So, and it can also affect your relationship. Like I mentioned before, I was hesitant to get married because of all the things that I knew that came with it that I knew my credit wasn't ready for. So it can definitely affect your relationship. I know there's guys out there that are going through what I went through. So I want to let you guys know that there's going to be 2 bonuses if you watch all the way to the end. One of the bonuses is going to be the secret that the credit repair agencies and companies, they don't want me to tell you. They want me to keep holding this back from you guys. It's how they make money from you, right? So I'm going to show it to you guys exactly what they do. The next thing is I'm going to give you guys a few credit builder cards you can apply for right now. And you'll get approved even if your credit isn't that great. So if you do need to start adding accounts, I'm going to give you guys a list of cards that you can go and apply for right now and start building up your credit real fast. So how is your credit score calculated? Your credit score is calculated in 5 different sections, right? The most important section of your credit report is going to be your payment history. The second most important is going to be your utilization. So let me talk about these 2 things. When it comes to your payment history, do you have late payments? Do you have collections? If you have any of those things, it's going to drastically drop your credit score. So out of 850 points, 35% of it is calculated by your payment history. So soon as you get a late payment, it's going to drop your score tremendously. After about 2 years, it stops hurting you as much, and lenders don't really hold that much weight on it. So just understand that late payments will kill your credit score, okay? The next thing is the amount owed. So that's your utilization, and I'm going to touch on that in the next slide. But basically, you want to keep your credit card utilization under 30%. Now, I realize a lot of people, I guess they don't know this. So they have their, like my mom, she religiously would just use a credit card and then pay the minimum until she got caught up on that card. And then she would move over to the next card, use that up, and then pay the minimum until she's caught up, right? But so she's never missed a payment in her entire life. And she's like 60 something, right? But the fact that she's keeping her utilization over like 50% at all times, her score is never breaking past 650 because of the utilization factor, right? So literally her score started going up. As soon as I told her this information, she started getting her cards back under 30% and working on some other ones, and her score started going up. So soon as you get the card from above 30, your scores are going to start going up. So remember that, okay? So the next 3 things that make up your credit score, 15% is your credit history. So basically they want to know how long have you had credit. So if you have student loans or a mortgage, things like that, they help a lot. But when it comes to your credit cards, a lot of people might not have had cards for a long time if they have bad credit. But if you have a credit card, now this is the average of all of your credit, okay? So you can add different cards on there to get some age, and there's some things that I'll teach you in some later slides to add age, but age is 15%. All right, so when it comes to your credit mix, they basically want to see that you have a different mix of credit cards, installment loans, and stuff like that. Not just all credit cards or not all installment loans. They want to see a mix of, let's say, some student loans, some credit cards, and an auto loan. That's a nice mix, right? So the next and the last thing is the new credit, and that's where your inquiries come into play. Now, each inquiry can hurt you anywhere between 4 to 10 points. So let's just say 5 points, okay? And you got 10 inquiries. Well, that's 50 points right there. And all inquiries that are not attached to open accounts can be removed. So let's say you apply for a Capital One card, you didn't get approved. Well, then you need to remove that inquiry because there's no point in you carrying it on your credit report if you don't actually have the account. It's only but weighing you down. Now, the way inquiries work is, inquiries is a tongue twister. The way they work is, so as soon as you get it, it's going to be hurting you a lot. And the closer it gets to 2 years, the less it's going to hurt you. So after 2 years, they're actually supposed to fall off. So sometimes people have inquiries on their report that are older than 2 years old. Well, you need to dispute them and have them removed, okay? There's no point in them being on your credit report, making you look bad to lenders. So back to the credit utilization and what it should look like. You should pay your credit cards under 30%. The balance should be under 30% for your score to stop going down and pay off completely for good practices. And then you want to pay it to under 9% if you want your score to be going up every month, right? So let's say you got $1,000 credit card. You want to make sure that by the due date, okay? Now let me give y'all everything, right? So the way it works is when you look at your credit card statement, there's going to be two important dates. The first important date is going to be the due date. The second important date is going to be the post date or the statement date. It can be, they name it different ones for different companies. So the due date is the date that you need to make sure that you pay your minimum payment. If you miss that, that's when they start hitting you with late fees or late payments and stuff like that, right? So you want to make sure that you make that payment. The next thing you need to make sure you understand is the post date or the statement date. This is the date that your credit card company reports your balance to the bureau. So let's just say you got $1,000 card. You want to make sure that by the due date, you pay the minimum balance at least. But by the statement date, you need to make sure that you got that thing under 30%. So you paid at least $700 of that card off, at least, or your score is going to be going down. Now what you got to realize is like soon a few days pass, you're going to have the money right back. This is something I had to get my family and myself trained for that. Like, look, we don't need the cash just sitting there so you can look at it like it look cool. Like, no. Do we want power with credit or not, right? And this is something that you got to basically start saying to yourself. A lot of people have money sitting in their dresser, sitting in their bank account. It's not doing nothing for you. They literally print money. Money is nothing. It's literally like money is a tool. And you have to understand how to use it and utilize it the right way so that you don't actually, you're not a slave to it, okay? You have to understand how it works so that you can utilize it like you utilize tools, okay? So that's my little rant on that. So 2 things that you can do today to instantly boost your credit scores. Number 1, lower the utilization under 9% to stop the bleeding and start having your score go up. And then the next thing is get added as an authorized user. So getting added as an authorized user is simple as this. So let's say my mom, she has a Discover card with a $10,000 limit for 15 years. I say, hey, Mom, I'm trying to build my credit up. Could you add me as an authorized user on your Discover card? She says yes. Now, what's going to happen is Discover is going to send her an additional card saying this is for your authorized user. At that time, she can simply just cut the card up. I'll never actually get access to it. And now all of the positive history that my mom's had over the last 15 years, that $10,000 limit. So I'm going to get the age, the positive history, and the credit limit. I'm going to get all 3 of those things, right? By her just simply adding me as an authorized user. And it's so easy. All you have to do is call the company. Some of them allow you to do it online, and you just put in whoever wants to be an authorized user, is usually their name, their birthday, and the last 4 of their social or their full social. Doesn't even matter, right? So once again, whoever becomes an authorized user, they're not going to get access to the account. It's not going to hurt the person that's allowing them to become an authorized user. None of that stuff. It's a smooth process, and this process was put in place for people to be able to help their family, like their kids and stuff, build their credit up. So, or let's say, my kids are older. I got an Amex card. I want them to actually get access to it too. I can add them as an authorized user and give them a card and they can go use it, right? So that's why it helps to build credit. But we ain't doing that. We just using it solely to help you to build up your credit instantly today. So how do you repair your own credit? So the first step is you need to pull your 3 bureau reports with Identity IQ. Not Credit Karma, none of that stuff. You need a professional service. Even Experian, the paid version is cool, but I recommend Identity IQ. I'll put a link below for you guys, where it allows you to see your credit report. I'm going to show you in a few slides ahead, but it allows you to see your credit report on each of the 3 bureaus. So you can see if there's any inaccuracies or anything like that, because the law states that your credit report needs to be 100% accurate, verifiable, and consistent. So if there's inconsistencies, we can use that against them. So what you want to do is you want to look for the negative items and dispute them. So any collections, charge-offs, accounts with late payments, if you can close them, judgments, evictions, student loans, child support, repos, it doesn't matter, right? And there's 2 laws that have been put in place by the government to protect you and I, the consumer, against the credit bureaus and collection agencies. The first one is the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And this is used for us to go against the credit bureaus, okay? And then the second one, the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, is used against collection agencies, okay, and creditors. So right here is an Identity IQ account. I wanted to show you guys what it looked like. And this is a negative account. As you can see, this is a collection, okay? If you look in the account type, it says collection. So that's how you can tell. And then also you're going to see payment status says a collection charge off, okay? Here's a charge off account. This was a credit card that is now charged off. You can tell that it's a charge-off account because it says account type credit card. It doesn't say collection off rip, right? But the payment status is it is in collections or charged off now. So this is a charge-off account. This is a negative account. This is going to be an account that you will want to dispute and have removed. And I'm going to show you some things right now so that you can get it removed. Really quick, let me just look at this one before I even go to the next. So if you look right here at the credit card limit, right? You see this says $1,400 and then this one here says 0. This is an inconsistency. So something you could do is you could write your dispute letter, which I'll show you, send it into Experian saying, hey, look, Experian, y'all saying that my credit limit was $1,400, but Equifax is saying that it was 0. There's some inconsistency here. I don't know why you guys are reporting 2 different things, but regardless, I need it removed. You ain't arguing with the bureau. You're just telling them the outcome that you want. You don't, just tell them the outcome that you want. It's inconsistent. We understand that that's against the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and you need to remove it because you're reporting inaccurate information on my credit report, which is 100% illegal. Also, what I want you to understand is how could the limit been 0 if they saying that you spent $1,700, right? So that's another way that you could dispute this account. Just, so right here is a positive account. As you can see, everything is green. It says current. Now the person on this was added as an authorized user. So, but nonetheless, this was a current account. And I just want to show you what that looks like. It's all green, no reds, no blacks. So the next step in your credit repair process is going to be freezing the secondary bureaus. The secondary bureaus are LexisNexis, CoreLogic, ARS, SageStream, and there's a few more. Now, when you freeze these secondary bureaus, these are secondary credit bureaus that house our information. So if you've ever disputed something and it came back verified, right? It's because the credit bureaus are typically going to these secondary bureaus they're getting the information and they're sending it back to you saying it's verified. But lo and behold, this whole time you had the option to opt out of the secondary bureaus and actually suppress your information from being shared. So most people don't know this. So they're going out here, they're trying to dispute these items, but they're coming back verified all the time. So what you want to do is you want to go to these websites, each of these, and I want you to do a Google search too on secondary bureaus and then find out exactly what information is housed. So like for instance, CoreLogic and LexisNexis. I know CoreLogic holds a lot of the inquiries, public notes, and stuff like that. So, and LexisNexis holds a lot of your rental history and stuff like that. So if you ever had an eviction and stuff like that, I actually had somebody come to me this week with that. And I told them go freeze their LexisNexis so that the people that are pulling your report can't see the old eviction that you had, right? And lo and behold, they were able to do that. And then they were able to get approved for the new place that they was looking for, right? So make sure that you go and opt out of these secondary bureaus so that they can stop verifying your information when we dispute it. The next step is a debt validation letter. So all of the negative accounts that you have on your report, you want to put them onto a letter like this. You want to put the account name, the date it was opened, the type of account, and everything, right? And you want to send it into the credit bureaus because the onus is on the credit bureaus. The proof of burden is on them. So when you send in the initial debt validation letter, you're just telling them, hey, look, I see that you're reporting this account on my report. There's no validity to this. Can you validate it for me? Now, they have two options. Either they going to validate it and say that it's verified and it's your account, or if they don't find anything, they're going to delete the account, right? So let's say they come back and they say, hey, it was verified. One, you want to make sure that you freeze the secondary bureaus. Now, you want to send in another letter and you want to ask them, how did y'all verify that? When you do this, there's going to be two options. Either they're going to respond or they're going to delete it, or they're not going to respond. If they respond and tell you how they verified it, what you need to do is go to that secondary bureau and opt out. Or if they say that the creditor verified it, then you want to send one of those debt validation letters to them and ask them, hey, send me all of the documents that you have proving that this account is mine. 9.9.9.9% of the time, it's capped. Like the information, they never send all of the information. So at that point, you want to take that information and you want to send it in to what I call the CFPB, which I'm going to talk to you guys about later. But if they send in a bunch of bogus stuff, I would just send in the letter to the credit bureau saying, hey, look, I asked them to verify it. They didn't provide me all of the information. Now I need you to remove the account, right? So the next thing that you can do is what I was showing you guys earlier, which is called factual disputing. As you can see, you see where it says date opened? These are inconsistent, right? This says 11, 20, 1101, 1101. Inconsistent, right? Let's look for another inconsistency. And the date last reported. Now, the date last reported is typically the date that you made your last payment. So check this out. Both of these have inconsistencies. So what you want to do when you're actually using this method, because what you see right here is all of these are inconsistent. What you want to do is pick one and dispute it at a time. You don't want to dispute multiple ones, right? So let's say the date last active. We want to send a letter to TransUnion saying, hey, I was looking at my credit report. I realized that you were reporting this date, but Experian was reporting this, and then Equifax was reporting this. Once again, this is an inconsistency in my credit report. It's holding me back. I don't know why you guys are reporting inaccurate information if you guys are all supposed to be getting the information and verifying it from the same source. So at this point, I just need it removed, right? Simple, simple, simple. And now if they don't remove it, the next thing is you want to go to another reason. And you want to make sure you continuously do this until they remove it. Now, I want to let you know, if they remove it from TransUnion, but not Equifax, then you want to send in a letter to Equifax saying, hey, I disputed this with all of you guys. TransUnion removed it because it was supposed to be removed. You guys need to remove it as well and use that proof. That is factual disputing and looking for errors, okay, guys? So stop applying for new credit cards during your credit repair process. You have no idea how many times people tell me, hey, look, I just applied for this during the credit repair. I'm like, what are you doing? Inquiries bring down your credit report. New accounts are going to bring down your credit report, right? So you have to make sure that your credit report is able to handle that before you just keep applying for stuff. You have no idea how many times people are just applying, knowing that they're not even going to get approved. Come on, guys. So stick around to the end for the secret dispute tips, okay? So now that you've cleared the negative items off your credit, how do you start building good credit, right? You get new credit. It's as simple as that. So here's how. This is my method of building up credit, right? This is what I did where, like, literally my credit was in the dumps. I was able to fix up my credit within about 3 months. And then within the next 6 months, guys, I was able to acquire over $150,000 in business funding for my business. And now my business is on, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even going to get into it, but let's just say that I have enough ad spend to be able to constantly run advertisements and grow my business. New people are finding out about me daily and finding out about my products and my services, and I'm always going to be able to eat because of the funding, the business funding, right? Being able to have good credit and being able to leverage it to get business credit. So here we go. How you should start rebuilding your credit is I would start with a secured card. I will go to my local credit union and I will get a secured card with them. Okay? That's number one. That's just one secured card. Now, if you're starting over with no positive credit, that's definitely what you want to do. The next thing is you want to start nurturing that secured card. You want to pay it for at least, well, you want to pay it all the way off, but you want to make sure you're making those on-time payments for the next 6 months, okay? This is very, very important to you starting getting positive payment history because, like I said, it's 35% of your score. So any help matters, okay? So make your payments on time, pay down to zero every month. This shows the banks that you're not in need of money, but you know how to use it when it's available. Ask for a credit line increase every 6 months. So if you need age or more accounts or you're lacking anywhere, add these trade lines. So before applying for new credit, right? What I want you guys to do is fill out pre-approvals. I want you to go to discover.com, NavyFederal.com. If you're not in Navy Federal, the play is basically call up Navy Federal, let them know, hey, look, one of my grandparents was in the military. I don't have any of their information anymore. And they'll let you right in right now because Navy Federal is a relationship bank. They don't let anybody in there. But they give out large credit limits. So Navy Federal is definitely a bank that'll give you the bag, and you definitely want to start building a relationship with them, even if it's just with the secured card. So another thing you want to do is fill out their pre-approval for Amex, see if you pre-qualify for any of their card or offers. And now I want to talk to you guys about trade lines. So there's primary trade lines and there's authorized user trade lines. A trade line is essentially any account that's reporting on your credit report, okay? So when you want to, add age or start building some positive history, you're going to need trade lines, right? Either from yourself or as an authorized user. You definitely want to start building your own primary trade lines first. So some good ones that you can start using is Self Lender, Credit Strong. These are two sites that allow you to basically pay to start getting some lines reported on your credit. Now, Self Lender, when you pay, you actually get the money back and be able to use it. Credit Strong allows you to pay, a couple $100, but get larger lines reported on your report so that when you actually go out you want to get approved for things, they're going to see that you've been managing, larger lines of credit. Another really popular one, and one that I highly, highly recommend, is Rental Karma. Now, most people who rent, they're at a disadvantage because rent doesn't report on your credit. Well, Rental Karma allows you to set it up where you actually can have your rent reporting on your credit, right? So that's very, very huge because most rents over $1,000. It's a nice solid trade line, especially they give you the option to be able to report your rent from back to 5 years ago. So all of that history you can add on to your credit as well. Now, if you need like an auto loan, because like I said, they like to see you have a nice mix, and if you want to get an auto loan added onto your report, then you can use something like Swap a Lease. This is where people are trying to get out of their leases, and you can actually hop on, even if it's at the very end, right? And get that trade line reporting on your credit report. If you need to go get funded or you need to go apply for something and you need a stronger report, this will be an opportunity for you to do that when you have the auto trade line reporting on your report. Now, if you need an authorized user trade line, some places you can go is Coastal Trade Lines, Trade Line Supply. Now, this is what you want to do if you need age or you need a nice limit on your credit report, or you just need to actually increase your credit report, your credit score a little bit. Adding yourself as authorized user on these accounts, it's going to be heavy for you, right? Now, listen. I don't like to just talk about trade lines because a lot of people like this, they just think that they can just add them on and increase their score. But in reality, what you want to do is you want to focus on your profile. You want a clean profile, then you add the trade lines on when it comes to the authorized users because they're not yours, right? And the banks can see that. They want to see you building your own primary lines first. Now, if you need, like I said, to buffing up your profile with age and stuff like that, then adding yourself as an authorized user or getting some trade lines that are authorized users are definitely beneficial. Some other places you can go to get them is friends and family. Something I would do is ask all my friends, all my family members that are close to me, like, hey, you got good credit. You got any cards? You can add me on as an authorized user. I'm trying to build my credit up. They're going to get the card. You're never going to get the card. Nobody gets hurt on their end. Nobody gets hurt on your end as long as the card stays positive. So it's a win-win, right? They're helping you out and you helping you out. And also, if you need trade lines, you can come to us. We actually are partnered with the trade line broker as well, where we have about 1,500 different trade lines every single day on the market for you guys to be able to, use and increase your scores and buffing up your profile. So like I said, get added as an authorized user. This can help establish many areas of your credit profile, such as age, credit utilization, number of accounts, and strengthen your payment history. Now, those are the pillars of building and maintaining a 750 credit score. Now it's time to learn exactly what they don't want you to know. The secret dispute process that has a 90% deletion rate. This is the sauce. So I want to introduce you guys to my DIY credit repair challenge, okay? This is where I'm going to show you guys exactly how to fix up your credit all by yourself. Now, with the information I shared with you today, you got two options right now. You can try to go at this alone, leaving yourself, all frustrated, getting slow results, or maybe you don't even get any results at all. Now, this is going to lead to stress. This is exactly what I don't want you to do. Because fixing your credit is not actually as difficult as many people make it seem, right? We have the credit repair process down to a T, and I want to share it with you. Let us help you. So, right now with Creditable, we have two different options for helping consumers fix their credit. Either we can do it for you with our Done For You program, or you can do it for yourself with our DIY credit repair challenge, right? Now, this is a 7-step guide to a 700 credit score, right? And I want to ask you a question. What will your life look like in the next 90 days after you fix up your credit and you got that new 700, 720, or even 750 credit score? What are you gonna buy? Like, is it a house? Is it a car? Is it to get funded for your business? What will life look like? What are you gonna be driving? Where are you gonna be vacationing? Feet in the sand, right? Because you just got the Chase Ink card, and now they just paid for a whole vacation for you by just paying your normal expenses. I don't know what it's gonna look like for you. You tell me, right? So the two options are right now that we have is, like I said, we can do it for you, and we offer credit sweeps. And right now, we're offering a free credit analysis, so you can actually click the link below this video that says free credit analysis, and you can schedule your consultation to talk with me or one of my teammates, right? And in this credit sweep, we actually will remove all of the negative items that you have on your credit report for you in the next 30 to 90 days guaranteed, okay? This is typically $1,500. Right now we're running a special for $997 for serious people only, serious clients only. We only want to work with action takers. Like, if you're thinking about fixing your credit, you're not sure about fixing your credit, don't schedule a consultation with us, because we want people that are ready and they're willing to follow the instructions so that they can get set up and they stay tapped in and they stay paying attention. So, because we love to deliver results, right? Because when we deliver results, you're going to tell people, we're going to be able to share testimonials. But if you ain't doing what you got to do so that we can deliver results, then nobody's going to be happy in the process, right? So we only want to work with people who are ready and motivated to fix their credit right now. Now, we also have a DIY credit repair program, right? Where it's an entire course plus ebook that gives you step-by-step instructions on exactly how to fix your credit yourself, right? So there's actually 50 different templates for you guys. So if you have medical collections, repossessions, inquiries, collections, charge-offs, bankruptcies, we have a template for everything, okay? And not only that, you're going to get 30 plus videos made by me that is actually going to go through everything you need to know about the foundation of credit, how credit works, understanding student loans, right? How to apply for credit cards, how to apply for cars, how to go about the buying process. All of those things that they never taught us in school, I'm teaching it to you guys inside of this course, right? This is how people have been going out and seeing crazy results with their credit and being able to get funded by following the methods that I'm teaching inside of this course, right? So, on top of that, I'm going to be giving you guys 3 bonus ebooks today. You're going to get the funding, 250K funding. You're going to learn how to do that in the ebook. You're also going to get how to perform a full credit sweep ebook. And then you're also going to get access to my collection removal mastery class, right? Now, that itself is gold, right? But on top of that, guys, this is usually $497. Today, for anybody watching this video, it is $197, right? For the next 10 people. So once those 10 people get in, the price is going to go back up. So, like I said before, we only work with action takers because I know how action takers are. They get results and they tell everybody, right? So, I want you to be an action taker. Click the link below and get inside of the DIY credit repair challenge, right? If that's something that you want to learn how to do it because you want to equip yourself with the education and the skill set to be able to help people around you, help yourself, then get yourself inside of the DIY credit repair challenge, because that's where you're going to learn everything and you're going to have access to that for a lifetime, right? It ain't going nowhere.
Hey, so I had to take some time and let you guys know about how awesome the credit bull is. I'm telling you. So I recently reached out to him just to learn more about how I can make my credit better. And I'm telling you, ever since I started, I've been getting results. He makes things so simple, so easy to understand. And I recently started a family. We have so many things that we have planned and that we want to do. And obviously, better credit is going to allow for better opportunities. So like I said, he's been making things so simple, so plain, and I've already been getting results. Things have already been taken off my report, and I'm just excited and pumped up to see what else he has to teach me. I'm telling you guys, if you want to really learn how to repair your credit, you need to reach out to the credit bull. Even if you just want him to do it for you, I'm telling you, he gets results like that. It's crazy. Check him out.
Bad credit holding you back. So that's one of our clients, Ayana, guys. Like, I mean, the proof is in the pudding right there, right? She got started with us. She started seeing results, started telling her friends and family, and, her credit score started going up. And that's what we do it for, right? That's what we do it for. So these are some results, right? Like, literally in the month of June, right? 2021. These are some of the results. We had a client get started with us on the 1st of June. By the 5th of June, his score had already gone up on all three bureaus, right? He entered the 700 club. This is one of my goals, right? This is one of the goals. This is one of the people who I'm trying to help get to the 700 club all across the board, right? And he did that in 4 days, guys. Okay? So this has been life changing.
Hey, big bro, I just wanted to thank you, man. I was able to get one of the things off of my Experian that had been haunting me for a long time, since like 2017. So right now I'm in the middle of getting it removed from TransUnion and Equifax, but I'm all good on Experian. So like I said, I wanted to thank you, bro. And shit, you be sharing them nuggets for sure. But don't forget to come up with that manufacturer spending technique, bro. I need that, no cap. And yeah, we'll stay in touch, man. Just let me know.
So that is one of the people who actually got inside of the DIY credit repair challenge, right? And then I'm gonna show you some of the results from, like, it's like, okay, you see that he was able to get things removed, but what happened when he got them removed? This is what happened. He actually got approved for a 25K Navy Federal card. So I know a lot of you guys want to get cars, you want to get houses. You think that's enough for a down payment? Like, you think, you could figure out a way to get the money and go get whatever you want with 25K? Okay, right? So I, like, literally, I didn't even know this guy, and so he reached out to me and asked me a question about something inside of the course.
Hey,
Let me pause it. He asked me a question about something inside of the course on May 13th, right? By the middle of June, that's when he messaged me. I wish the date was here. He messaged me. If you go look on his page, you're going to see the date. He messaged me in the middle of June. So literally, like, not even a full month. And he was able to acquire this by following the methods inside of the course, right? So these are the reasons why I do it, because of testimonials like this. So let's see what else is going on. So this is another one of our clients. They actually had 20K in student loan debt removed, right? From the actual credit repair, credit sweep services. Okay, here's some more testimonials. We got Tiffany. I got approved for Discover. 8K limit. Wow. We got over here. We got somebody from our DIY credit repair group. The progress about to be at sixes. Wow, his score went up 46 points. Like, guys, you can't make this stuff up. Like, this is real stuff. Clients are excited. Look, went up 9 points. Awesome. Now, this is another person that's about to help me reach my goal of helping another 200 people get to the 700 club, right? Okay. And this is actually my fiance. She's implementing all of the things that I'm teaching and building her credit up and doing all this stuff that I'm doing right along with me, right? Now, look, this was literally yesterday, okay? This was, all right, no, not yesterday because it's late now. So 2 days ago. And it was actually a 20K limit, right? 20K limit approved from Navy Federal, right? By just simply following the methods and the things taught inside of the DIY Credit Repair Challenge, right? This is one of the things that I'll teach you. Now, it was 20K, but one of the things I teach you guys is how to call the reconsideration line and ask for double, right? So she was approved for 20K, but she did not sit on that 20K. She actually called the reconsideration line and used the method that we talk about inside of the script, inside of the course, and now she's pending for 40K. So we'll let you guys know how that works out, right? But at the end of the day, 20K can get you far, and it's only one account. So this is another one of our clients, right? 20 items deleted off of their credit report, right? Up 37 points, 33 points. 20 items deleted. 20 items deleted, guys. Here's some more client results. Inquiry 1, gone. Inquiry 2, gone. Inquiry 3, gone. Inquiry 4, gone, right? All in the same day. Listen to me. Like I said, inquiries are anywhere between 4 to 10 points. So let's just say 5. 5 times 4, that's 20 points right there. Because they're all from Experian, right? So if they're all from Experian, that means the score on Experian is going up. This is how these results are happening. We got Nicole. TransUnion went up. Don't know why, but haha, I'll take it. Absolutely. A win is a win. You got to take it. You got to take it. Guys, I love this stuff. Like, I love seeing these results and people actually getting results for what we'll be showing you guys, right? So this is another thing I wanted to show you. This is an actual interaction with one of my clients, right? This is actually my software that I talk to my clients through. So I said, hey, bro, have you logged in? Your scores already went up. He said, I'm about to now. And as you can see, he actually followed. He's actually a client, but he followed some of the things inside of the DIY program, right? And he added some authorized user trade lines, and his score went up significantly. Okay, significantly. But what I wanted to really show you guys is like how excited the client is for us to actually be paying attention to this stuff, right? Because he didn't even know the scores went up. We knew. And I just wanted to let him know that, right? Then the next thing, another client. I like how y'all are actually making moves on my behalf, right? We not sitting around. We getting busy for you, okay? Oh man, this story. So I had a young lady reach out to me, got inside of the program, and she was actually trying to get a penthouse in New York, right? But supposedly she had an eviction on her credit report, and it was showing up, and we needed to figure out how to get the eviction off, literally in a few days, right? So I told her about freezing the secondary bureaus so that they're unverifiable, they don't show up, you opt out. She did that, and this is what was the result, right? This was the result. I got an approved. You're an angel. I'm not an angel, but she damn sure got approved, right? This is what excites me, guys. People getting what they want. You don't have to settle for what you don't want if you have good credit. You can get whatever you want when you have good credit. I'm telling you. So what's inside of the DIY program? So it is a 30 plus video walkthrough lessons, okay? Everything you need to know to bully the bureaus. What to do about your student loan debt. How to strategically apply for credit cards. How to get high credit card limits. My 90-day DIY credit rehab ebook. I'm also going to walk you through the car buying process. You're also going to get 3 bonus ebooks, right? My bye-bye inquiries 24-hour removal guide. You're going to learn how to perform a full credit sweep, how to get $250K in funding. Now, guys, this is the $2,200 value. I'm basically giving it away. So for the next 10 people who actually jump inside, I'm going to drop the price to $197, right? After those people get in, the price is going to go back up to $497, okay? So you got to act fast because at the end of the day, I'm only rocking with action takers. I don't care. Like, you have to qualify for you to be ready to take yourself to the next level. Because when you're ready to take yourself to the next level, that means you're going to be bringing something to the table, right? And when you're bringing something to the table, everybody can eat. I want to see you succeed. But the only way you're going to succeed is if you take action. That's why I only work with action takers, because everybody that I work with be succeeding because they action takers. That makes sense? So we can help you. Guys, the credit sweep is $997 today, right? For the next 10 people. This is a special offer because if you're watching this video, you probably reached out to me before about getting your credit fixed up, and I did not forget about you. So I want to go ahead and give you this special offer. It's usually $1,500 for our credit sweeps. Today, for the next 10 people that take action, it is $997. So if you want that, go ahead and click the link below and schedule your free consultation. We're going to give you a free analysis. We're going to give you an audit of your credit report. We're going to help you, read your credit report and all that stuff. And we're going to give you a lot of education about your own personal credit, right? In that strategy session. And if you want to run with it, it's free, run. But if you want us to help you out, like I said, $997 today. And if you want to take advantage of the DIY credit repair challenge, which is usually $497, I'm going to drop the price down for the next 10 people to $197. Okay? So if you want to get inside of that, you're going to want to act fast to get inside of that as well. Okay? So now for those bonuses that I was talking about in the beginning. So the secret dispute process for fast results, right? And this is a don't miss dispute process that works like 90% of the time. And this is what the credit repair people are using, guys. And they're not telling you this because this is why they can charge you $3, $4, $5, even $10,000 for a credit sweep because it works. Okay? It works. So step one, pull your credit. And I'm not going to go super in depth in this because this is the stuff that I'm teaching my students inside of the class, right? Inside of my course. And they would be super mad at me to just be sharing this with everybody. But I'm going to share this with y'all right now. So take notes. You can Google more, do whatever you got to do. But I'm going to give it to you guys, right? So what you want to do, pull your credit reports. The second thing is you want to freeze the secondary bureaus, right? Everything that you have that's negative on your report, not positive, anything that's negative, if it's a late payment and it's attached to an open account, then you need to close the open account or it doesn't count. So anything that's negative, right? Inquiries, collections, charge-offs, all of that. You want to file a report with the FTC. File an affidavit, right? Now, I'm going to give you another tip. I strategically do it with per bureau. So if I have negative items on TransUnion or inquiries on TransUnion, my FTC report is going to be filled with all negative items from TransUnion. Next, if I have Equifax, then I would do the same. I would make a report solely for Equifax. All right, so now once you have that report, you want to go to the CFPB and file a complaint against the credit bureaus. Now listen, the CFPB is the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. They are the overseers of the credit bureaus. They're the big brothers of the credit bureaus, right? So if you have a problem with the credit bureaus or how something's being reported on your credit report, this is who you want to talk to, right? It's like when you in school, somebody messing with you, you talk to the teacher acting funny, then you talk to the principal, you at work, talk to the supervisor, the boss, you know what I'm saying? You always want to go to the higher up to talk about what's going on with the person that they overseeing. So you want to go to the CFPB and you want to file a complaint against the credit bureau stating that they're reporting inaccurate information on your credit report. And then you want to use your FTC report in your complaint. You want to upload it in there, okay? After you get the alert from the CFPB that the company is investigating your complaint. They're investigating your complaint. This is the time you want to call the credit bureaus. Now listen, credit companies can't do this on your behalf. Like some of them might, which is fraud, but listen to me. They can't do this on your behalf. This is why it's so powerful that I'm telling you this. When they do that, when you get that email, you want to call the bureaus, right? And you want to get an update on your disputes, right? And you want to basically call in and let them know you filed with the CFPB, you filed with the FTC, you ready to get the item removed. What can you do to speed up the process? What items or documents are you missing for them to be able to remove the items? Guys, this is a don't miss process. Works 90% of the time. If you want an in-depth walkthrough on how to do that, make sure you get inside of the DIY Credit Repair Challenge because I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do this process and get all them things off of your credit, man. Stop playing with it, right? So also, here's some of the personal credit cards that I promised you guys that you can get with bad credit and it won't result in a hard inquiry. So at least your score won't go down from the hard inquiry. Now your score can drop sometimes when you add brand new accounts because your age is going to drop and stuff like that. But it's worth it because in the long run, your score is going to definitely increase when you start making those on-time payments, okay? Now, some of the cards is the X1 Visa credit card, One Finance, Tomo card, Jasper MasterCard, and the Deserve.edu MasterCard. Now, this is a card for students, or if you have an EDU email. So, like if you're old head and you still got an EDU email and it works, you can get into it. Then you can go ahead and apply for the Deserve.edu MasterCard, and they'll approve you, right? So it's mainly for students. Also, here are some business credit cards that you can apply for with bad credit and no personal guarantee. So Divvy, right? Divvy is a soft pull. They look at your personal and business banking history, guys. So what you want to do is you want to put money into your business bank account and let them check that, right? It reports to Dun & Bradstreet, which helps you to build business credit. Caped, and I don't focus on business credit because all I do is I focus on business credit, but I don't build my business credit. I PG, which is personally guarantee all of my business credit. Okay, so basically I'm able to get as much business credit as I want because I have good credit. So, Caped, $10,000 max limit is a soft pull from Experian. They also check your personal and business banking history. Another business card that you can apply for and get approved for is Sam's Club. They have a store card and a business MasterCard. Well, with the business MasterCard, you need to have at least a 76 business credit score for their no PG MasterCard, okay? So if you haven't been building your business credit, then you probably won't be able to get that. And the next thing is not ClearBank, but it's ClearBank. And it's big for e-commerce and online type of businesses, right? So they're going to check your PayPal and your Stripe, where most people that make money online get their revenue. It goes into their PayPal or the Stripe, right? And they're also going to check your business bank accounts. So whatever it is, guys, if it's you need us to do it for you, no problem. If you guys want to get this education, take it to the moon, start fixing up your credit so that you can get whatever you want by yourself, and join the DIY Credit Repair Challenge, right? I'm so excited to teach you guys every single thing that I've been teaching all these other people over the last few months, and they've been actually getting the results and running with it, right? People are going crazy with this. So whatever option it is, click the link below and take the action, right? Because at the end of the day, your credit isn't going to fix itself. And this is the only thing you can get with a 400 credit score. That's nothing. Ain't nothing there, right? So, like I said, when you're done with our services, if it's to do it yourself or the done for you, just imagine what life is going to be like. What you going to be doing? What you gonna be driving? Where you gonna be living? Where you gonna be vacationing? So, thank you guys for sticking around to the very end. My name is Mikkel Bennett. I had an amazing time going through this class with you guys, and I'll see you at the top and not from the top, okay? Mikkel Bennett, signing out.